Welcome to my channel where I just teach the Bible, folks. That's all we do here. My name's Tom West, and I hope that you'll subscribe, hit the bell, and get something every day. Make comments, give me thumbs up, share the video with someone, do all you can to help me get this out to as many people as I can. I want to teach the Bible to as many people as I can. So help me get that done, okay? My mother was a newspaper reporter and a writer for a newspaper, and most of the time she did the hard news for the Northern Arizona Daily Sun in Flagstaff, Arizona. And this is in the 1950s and 60s when women didn't do stuff like that, but she did. She would jump on all the hard news of the day and go out and interview people and take pictures and everything, you know, and then write the stories. In the mid-1960s, she interviewed a young man in jail who was waiting to go on trial for multiple murders, you know, bad dude, okay? The stories from her interview appeared in the paper, a bunch of papers actually, and some crime magazines. She got to know the man accused of murder and had known his defense attorney very well for many years from stuff going on in town. When the trial ended in the young man being convicted and eventually sentenced to the death sentence to die, she described the scene in the courtroom with her attorney friend dropping on the desk in tears as court was dismissed. The emotion of defending a man he knew was guilty, and that's his job, he was to defend the guy. The emotion of defending a guy he knew was guilty and then was convicted, you know, and he did everything he can to defend the guy, was just too much for him. It was difficult. Imagine being guilty, but being found not guilty. Imagine that you knew you were guilty, but were found not guilty. Romans 3:24 describes exactly that, okay? It says, being justified as a gift of by his grace through the redemption which is in Christ Jesus. Justified is the key word here. It means to be, listen to this, declared not guilty. You're declared not guilty. He defines who he's talking about 2 verses earlier in verse 22, where he talks about all those who believe. Think of all those who believes like this. All the trusting ones. All the trusting ones. They are those who believe, meaning those who have trusted their lives to Jesus Christ and what he paid for them on the cross. All those trusting ones are declared not guilty as a gift of his grace. Grace being a favor with God that we do not deserve. So how does the gift of God's grace or favor work? It is granted through the redemption that is in Christ Jesus. Redemption is an important word. Redemption means that Christ paid the price and bought us. He bought us out of slavery to sin and death. How? He paid the price for our sin by dying for us on the cross. That's how. And when I become a trusting one, a person of faith, then I show up in God's court knowing I'm guilty of sin. We all know that we're guilty of sin. And what happens? I'm declared not guilty because of Jesus, what he paid for me. Not guilty. Imagine that. A person of faith. Be a person of faith. Be a trusting one. And you show up in court and are not guilty. Bless you. Have a great day.